Hello, how is everyone? This is Kinninigan. I'm here. I was looking for music. I'm actually in the YouTube audio library. Here, I got some Egyptian music. It's like 2 minutes long. I'm gonna let it play while it's. YouTube audio library. So how is everyone? Hold on. Turn the music down a little bit. Let me pull the chat up so I can see. Alright, we got 20 people in here. Yeah, I'm here. Oh, I got pictures. Hold on. Just making sure I had everything pulled up. Let me stop this music. I gotta pause that. My headphones are loud. These are Sennheisers. So my chat mic. Oh, does the audio sound better? I had a troll come by yesterday, and you know what happened? Here, I'll show you what happened. Audio input capture. I'll show you what happened. See, the trolls, they're running out of stuff to troll about, so he had to troll about my audio. He's like, what happened to your awesome microphone? I'll show you what happened.
That's what happened. I went from my chat headset to my camera microphone, and I didn't realize I didn't switch it back. So, no big deal. So, to the troll, because...
Come on, dig deeper if you're going to troll Kenny. There, does this sound better again? So how's the audio today? Someone should have told me, hey Ken, you're on the wrong mic last night. I need an audio and no. That was, I didn't realize it. The audio wasn't that bad. He was still trolling. So what's up, everyone? Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Sphinx of Egypt. Oh no, not Egypt. I just said that on purpose. Why not? Because the Sphinx is older than dynastic Egypt. We're gonna be talking about Thoth, the Emerald Tablets, the land of Kem, the Greeks. I got dry mouth on. Because the Sphinx is actually a deity from Greek mythology, and it's a real creature. And the possibility is the Sphinx at one time, was it actually a living creature? And has it been recarved to make it look like it was man-made? Although the proportions of the Sphinx are they're not correct here. Let me show you what I mean by that. I got right here. And this is the photo editing. So I use all open source software. This is Photoscape. Does everything Photoshop does, but it's free. You could look it up. It's called Photoscape. SCAPE, and that's what I use to make all my video thumbnails, picture editing. I found this pic on Google's today. Yeah, that was a nice picture. When you first look at the Sphinx, you'll notice something. It's disproportionate, and I'm a trained artist. In fact, I went to Art Institute. I got a couple. Here, let me show you. Any artist would know this, because not only did I train in human anatomy, I trained in animal anatomy, especially sculpture. I went to school for special effects. I learned how to sculpt animals. This Sphinx is disproportionate to the body of a lion, which is what it should have. That is not it looks like it's been shaved down and refacaded with brick to make it look like it was man-made, although the thing is pretty much solid. So I'm not going to give you the mud fossil theory. I'm leaving that up to Roger from Mud Fossil University. We got some media that we're watching today. And I'm also taking a different path here with using other YouTube content creators media. I'll show you what I mean by that. Let me see what. Hold on. Just gotta make sure what I got on my desktop here. Okay. So let me pull this chat up so I can see it. What I'm going to do is basically let this content creator know that I am using their video in a live stream, and I pre-wrote the comments. That's what I was doing before. So the Sphinx at 8 a.m. We're also going to test out my workstation. Can he stream? I'm streaming at 1080p, 60 frame rates a second now with 5,000 bit rate. Can I stream a 4K video on a live stream? Will my workstation handle it? I think it will. This girl hasn't let me down yet. I can have, I always have multiple programs open. And this is a 4K video. It is the closest thing that I can get to you in 4K HD. We'll be watching this at 2160p, 60 frame rates a second, and it is the closest that you can get to the Sphinx in Egypt. And so what I did is I left a comment here. Dear Pro Walk Tours, I'm giving a live stream lecture on the mythos of the Greek Sphinx. This will also let you know what the live stream is going to be about. And this entity at one time being a living creature. Oh, this is why we proofread, right? Typo. Your amazing video, gave him a compliment because it is, gives great detail to show and wanted your permission to show some of the video. I spelled permission wrong. I was high. I think I might have been high when I wrote this. Yeah, I was. Just show some of the video. I do not monetize my videos and would be used for educational purposes. If there's any issues, please email me, Kinninigan at Gmail. If need be, I'll remove the video, but I know copyright will show up on your end. The link to the stream, I'm giving them the link to this stream right here. So they may respond and they may watch this video. If they do, hello, Pro Walk Tours. And your Pro Walk Tours is probably going to pick up some subs. I'll give you their, here's their channel. They got a new subscriber from me because they do all tours in 4K HD. The places I can't afford to travel to right now. I'm going to give you the link to this video too. This is Pro Walk Tours. I'll give you the link to this video when we watch it. I do that in the streams for people that rewatch them. So then I said thank you, Kinninigan, and I'm leaving that comment now because the stream is actually running. This person is active on their YouTube channel. They commented on this video 2 days ago. They uploaded it in June. They got a whole YouTube channel. They travel the world and film places in 4K HD. So I think that's the best way, because I had a video removed before for the Atlantean Pyramid in Bosnia. I doxed the YouTube channel. It gave a tour of the complex, and they filed copyright against me. So I figured it's better to just be honest up front and let the content creator know that I'm using their video on a stream. Copyright will come up. I'm not making money on it. I am. And there's no music or talking during the walk around of the Sphinx, so I could do commentary over it, which is when I'm going to give you the mud fossil theory from Atlantis on this. So, and we're going to watch Roger's video at Mud Fossil University. I know Roger. I have his cell phone. We've talked before. And what I'm using Roger for is the same thing we did with the Dragon of Morocco. He's going to explain his mud fossil end on the Sphinx and how, and kind of what's going on here. But the 4K video I'm going to play after this because I want you to really listen to what Roger has to say about this. Then I'll file copyright for this. I got Stargate pulled up because this is the theory that if right in the movie Stargate they showed you what happened at Giza. They opened the Stargate and they blew it up so the reptilians couldn't follow them. That's when dynastic Egypt was set up by the Alpha Draconians. Dynastic Egypt is not part of the Giza Plateau. It was built by Thoth. And the Sphinx is in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, of all things. Tablet 5, the Dweller of Unal, when Thoth says he put a spaceship under the... I'll read that later. And there was some the sun. I love... you know what? Who cares? It is the sun, right? But there's a video here. Now they disclose that there is a hole leading down to something in the Sphinx. Some people theorize it's the Hall of Records. I don't think that's exactly what it is. If it is a spaceship, is it the ones that the Atlanteans originally came here in as refugees from the Orion Wars? Yeah, we're going deep in history. I don't talk about the Orion Wars that much. That ties in with Maldek, and I haven't done those videos in a while, but I will be. So yeah, we're going all the way back to the land of Kem. That's what it was called, Kemet. And here's the other thing: whoever built the 3 pyramids of Giza did not carve the Sphinx. What I'm talking about with the art and anatomy of a lion, it's totally disproportionate. It looks like it was plagiarized, and here's the other possibility: this might be a modern cover-up by, of all things, because they might have found the Greek legend might be real, and I'm going to read you the Greek legend, the Sphinx in Greek mythology. And so now the Greeks call it a monster, but if Romans and Greeks, like anyone that didn't speak Latin, they would call a barbarian, so a creature that they didn't understand. I believe the Greeks found it as a mud fossil, and I believe it was put there. It could be symbolic of where they fled to, the Sphinx. And what's interesting, because the Greek Sphinx does not look like anything like the Sphinx of Egypt. This one, here it is. The Greek Sphinx looks like this. She has breasts, the head of a woman. Talking about a Sphinx, that's Macy. I gotta check on her with my plants. She's been trying to sneak up on the table, and I've been trying to keep her away from the plants. I can hear her though. So yeah, now this Sphinxes are plagiarized by all. Oh, I should have pulled that up here. You know what? The Serpent Temple in Washington, the Grand Masonic Temple, has here we go. Just doing some talking there, but this is what the Greek Sphinxes look like. Okay, make sure I'm sharing my desktop, and let me just look at the chat. See, the Greek Sphinxes look like this, of all things, and I'm going to read you the Greek mythology of that. So, like I said, I left comments on these videos that I'm going to leave. Roger, I didn't really need to leave a comment there, but I'm doing it out of courtesy. Roger wouldn't mind me sharing his video, because here, I'm going to leave that comment too, because this stream is live now. The reason why is I find this is better. If I'm going to show someone's video on a live stream, I might as well just leave them a comment beforehand, so there's no issue of like, hey, is this guy just stealing my video and making money with it? It's happened to me. I've had to file copyrights. I don't care if people use my videos. They ask me all the time. But if you're downloading my videos and re-uploading them to a YouTube channel where you steal other people's videos and just monetize them and stuff like 5 ads in them, that's something different. As I told I don't monetize these videos. Oh, also, yeah, they canceled my channel membership. So thanks to the new people to sign up to Patreon. Thanks for the donations, though. Everything's helping. I appealed with YouTube today for the monetization. I gave them a pretty level-headed answer. We'll see what their reply is, saying that this had nothing to do with advertiser friendly. They accused me of reusing content, and I am an original content creator. Or, if I need to, I always file copyrights. So, let's watch, we're going to watch the video from Roger first, and then I'm going to read to you about the Sphinx in Greek mythology. How does that sound? Then we're going to take a look at this video. Yeah, they're admitting that there's a hole below the Sphinx now. And here's another thing that I just want to show you real quick about this theory that it was a modern cover-up. The Sphinx was buried for a long time. There's room. I think Napoleon visited the Sphinx, right? So how long has it been buried, and who buried it? And was it unburied? Was the head just above ground? Was the head recarved while it was above ground? Because that is not the original head. Or it may be, but if it is the original head, something's been changed on it. It shouldn't have this Egyptian. That's from dynastic Egypt. And what I'm talking about is the headdress, the head cover. That's what the part that could have been recarved. The theory that there was a nuclear explosion on the Giza Plateau, that's what took the casing stones off the pyramids. That would have knocked the wings off the Sphinx. The Sphinx had wings. And it would have probably done some damage to the exterior. But even so, the Greeks could have found this, and this is where the Greek legend would have came from. They just called it a monster. We know the Greeks were active in Egypt, obviously. There's a lot of Egyptian cities in dynastic Egypt up and down the Nile River that are Greek, like Heliopolis, Alexandria. That was Alexander the Great's city. So they definitely they would have stumbled upon this thing. They didn't know who built the pyramid. They really don't. Well, the Draconians know who built the pyramid. The Illuminati really knows who built the pyramid. That's why they plagiarized it on the $1 bill as their new world order. It was the symbology of the fall of Atlantis, rise of Babylon. That's why they plagiarized the missing capstone with the all-seeing eye on the back of the $1 bill. I told you I'm going to make a video about the $1 bill and the witchcraft and all the symbols, but I actually don't have a one on me. But if you fold it up different ways, you can fold it up and you see like alien gray heads and all that. It's pretty cool. They symbolize future events in currency. Every time an event like 9/11 happens, we get a redesign of the current currency that's out, because you can always fold it and see symbolism for what's going to happen. So there's a lot of importance to the pyramids and even the Sphinx, because like I said, outside the Serpent Temple and the Masons use the original Greek-looking sphinxes. They don't use the one from the Giza Plateau. So read some comments here. Welcome everyone. Stephanie, this video was for her by request. I also had other video requests. I'm getting to them. Someone asked me to do a video on Mothers of Darkness Castle and the 1,000 Points of Light. I thought I did that before. That's the castle in Belgium. Yeah, that's the real Illuminati castle. We'll talk, and the 1,000 Points of Light, that's the ritual room in there. So I got the video request. Also, anyone from Patreon that I'm backed up on, just send me an email. I'm trying to get caught up, hopefully. So anyway, we're going to watch this video from Roger first, and he's going to explain to you the possibility of this being a mud fossil. And then my theory is that it's definitely been recarved to make it look like it was man-made, but that's not the case at all, really. Yeah, and then we'll go to this video, Pro Walk Tours. This one is really cool. I mean, I should be able to stream it in 4K. There shouldn't be a problem.
Arlie Caudle and Jim Birchall and myself did a lot of research on this, and it was CAT scanned, and as you can see, there's a round fracture here in the skull, and then there's also a knife blade hole in the top, a sword or knife, whatever. Now, this is apparently some form of a cap, and these are the little flutes of the cap.
I'm going to give you guys the video
over here. You can actually slide a piece of paper up under the flap of the cap. Now, I'm going to show you the nose, the different ferrous oxides, the FeO3s and FeO2s, which are the bone black and the regular blood that gushes out of your skin. And this is the kind of blood that's called ferritins, and it's from the interior of the bones, the marrow. And that has a different chemical orientation. It turns black, whereas the red turns red or rusty. And in the mud fossils, what happens is in wet muds, there's electric currents, actually electricity. And the electricity causes the silicon in your skin, which is dense in your skin, a lot of silicon, 50 times more in your skin. What happens is that silicon gets attached to the water molecules in the wet mud, and it attaches to the silicon and it becomes SiO2, which is exactly what you're looking at here. And that is silicon dioxide, which is sand and feldspar. Now, look at what you're seeing here. You're actually seeing the feldspar, the grains of feldspar, and that will erode off of there as sand. That's literally what it is, sand. and they call it sandstone. This they call mudstone after the sand, which is the silicon, erodes off the top. And I have spectral analysis that shows that that's exactly what it is. It starts off with the silicon on the outside. That erodes away. You end up with the fleshy stuff underneath, which is the mudstone. And it's the clays and the mudstone. And then after that, you get into the connective tissues and bones. And in mud fossils, they turn into limestone. All right, they turn into the exact same thing that clamshells turn into, CaCO3. But they're marine limestone, and this is what's called porphyritic limestone, and it has all kinds of fibers and pencrysts and all these little crystals in there that do not exist in a volcanic basalt. These are porphyritic limestone basalts. They just don't know how to work with it because it's life, and they just can't understand it. Now, let's look at this carefully. This is the fracture in his head. You can see it very, very, very clearly. And if you look in here carefully at that actual fracture, you can see there's no question what it is. Anyway, it's in the CAT scan. It shows up very clear in the CAT scan. Now, if you look at his nose, you can see the articulation of his nose and the fleshy sort of stuff pushed away. Which nobody's going to carve that. Now, the thing I want you to look at, though, and this is the thing that I found extremely interesting, is the layers. You see that? You see this here? You see that? It almost looks like somebody layered a layer on top of each other. And a couple of things that I've seen in nature, I thought, that's impossible. They can't be layered like that. It doesn't make any sense. Well, it is now. And there's things that are very, very difficult to explain. But they're only explained by the fact that the layering is acceptable. Now, look at the eyes. The eyes have a different texture in the actual eye and within the iris. It changes. Now, that's just what we got here, and that's the head. All right, now there's always a smoking gun, and this is it. This is a gigantic foot, and that was the foot there, and the toes and so forth would come out this way. They've eroded away. All this red is fleshy erosion, which is the SiO2 with ferrous oxides in it, the red ferrous oxides. This is the tendinous fibers that go right up and surround your leg. This is obviously that's articulations of the tendons, and then it comes up to the muscular part, and it transitions into the muscle, and that's where the bone comes up at the top. And look, this is what I want you to see is look at the. You see that? You see those stripes? That is what I always discounted as that can't be, that's flesh, but it is. And the reason this is happening, apparently, is that as the water, this is all products of being soaked, and this is from the Great Flood. This guy died, drowned, standing up in the mud, stuck in the mud. His foot is just in the mud a little bit, and it probably washed off as it eroded back into the ground or whatever happened with the mud. All these guys, I call them mud fossils, they were stuck in the mud and they drowned. And as a result, the tendons are sticking up as plateaus and so forth all around the world. And that's what we're seeing. They're not natural structures of just globular, stony sort of things that just laying around on the earth. They were creatures, and that is what it is. And I'm sorry to tell you, but that's a fact. All right, I dismissed the Sphinx for that same reason long ago because of these blocky looking things. But see, they're offset, first of all. Secondly, that is natural. And you see his eyes? Those are a different substance. You can see, looking from a different angle, they are actually a different material. And you see that? That's his nasal cavity. Nobody went inside and put a hole up inside there and then covered it up. Napoleon shot his nose off, but that was his nasal cavity. And this, you see these little pocky marks there? The only thing that's missing off of his face is the kaolin clays, which are in the skin, and those are the things that erode away. And I will show you this right here, which is a fingertip. And you see these little holes? The same sort of holes are in there. They call it areolar tissue. And the only thing that's missing over this fingertip, this is a giant human fingertip, the only thing that's missing over this is the skin as well. And that's the only thing he's missing there. And I'll show you something else in the microscope that hopefully you'll see. Now, and I'm going to show you another shot of the Sphinx too. Hold on a second. Alright, you see that hole right there and this hole right here? That is exactly where the articulation of the veins and arteries run up through into your head. And those are the things that blow out right then. That's what it looks like to me, is that's what blew out of there. And you see where it's running right up the side up by his ear? That's exactly what blew out of there. And that's what happens is when the body decompresses, I mean compression is from the gases off inside of your contained body, it blows out of the least restricted areas, and they're closest to the skin, and the arteries are one of the things that blow out because they don't have any clamps. So that's what I'm saying. It looks like it to me. That's all I can tell you. Alright, look very careful at the details you're seeing here. The eyes, look at that. That is a different material, and the iris of the eyes are also a different material than the surrounding part of the eye. All the little holes, all the little tiny holes around there, that is the areolar tissue. It's a bunch of tiny little holes, and almost like plaster over the top of them is kaolin clays. And that is what erodes away. Kaolin clays are very extremely fine a clay, and it's so fine they make fine china out of it. Now, you saw what you're looking at right there. Now look at this. This is in my microscope, and that is the picture. Hold on, let me see if I can clean this up a little bit. That is the picture of a mud fossil bone, and you can see the same. If you can see that, the same. Let me see if I can get a different shot of it so you can see all the holes. Anyway, it's the identical same structure as that. And now I'm going to come down and show it to you in it's very, very, let's see if I can come in a little clearer on that. You can see that all right. Now you can see all the little bone minerals in there and all those little tiny pock marks. That is what's on your body, and then on top of that is your skin. Alright, this is the kaolin clays that covers the skin. That's the coating of the skin, which is the soft, nice little softy stuff that you have on your skin, makes it nice and luxurious. That is the kaolin clay, and it is so fine it's used for fine china, as a matter of fact. And all the clays come from the fleshy part of your body, and the limestones come from the structural part, the bones and tendons and so forth, connective tissues. All right, this is what happens. Clay is the mud. Mud is clay. Is the muds. And then when it's completely clay, that's all it is your skin and flesh. As you go up away from the clay towards the calcium, the limestone, CaCO3, which is your structural part of your body, you get into the part where there's some limestone and some clay and some limestone and some clay and then more limestone and clay. And by the time you're done, you're at 100% limestone. And there's two ways it can happen. One of them is inside your tendons. They are literally limestone, CaCO3. That's exactly what they are. Now, there is some minerals in there, magnesium and other types of minerals, but primarily it's limestone. Now, and that is what happens. Is the same stuff is in marine limestone, which is the structural components of shells and so forth, clam shells. That is marine limestone, but it is CaCO3. It's the exact same stuff. However, it doesn't have the blood metals that are contained in the creature limestones, which are the porphyritic limestones. Totally different limestone. Absolutely totally different. All right, this is a Facebook group, Mud Fossils, A New Science, and it
Alright, I'm gonna stop it there. Yeah, sorry about that cat fight. I had my nephew over here and he tried to break it up. I put Dougal in here, I had to separate them. They play, but yeah, they do fight. Training cats to get along, especially when you took off the street, it's tough, but it's working out. Okay, and so when I tried to switch to full video, because I have different scenes set up, I accidentally switched to my camera instead of full camera. They're good though. They're alright. You know how I know Dougal and Macy are fighting and who started? I picked them up. Whoever's heart is pounding faster. Dougal's like, yeah, what are you doing, Dougal? Alright, we're all good now. So that's interesting, huh? What do you think about that? Now that's Roger's theory. Like I said, I'm not going to give you the mud fossil theory. I wanted to give you, of course, Roger's theory on that. But it was definitely recarved. There's no doubt about that. Was it destroyed from the explosion of the Stargate in Now here's what's interesting. I wanted to make a video about it. In fact, I'm going to re-download it because I am a sci-fi nerd, and because I have 2 terabyte. I have 2 drives on my computer. One of them is 2 terabytes. I loaded. I got like 1,000 gigs of sci-fi on my. But Stargate, the TV series, the U.S. Army or Department of Defense was listed as a advisor for the TV show. It gets even deeper than that with current events that's going on. If you watch Project Camelot, Curry from over there, she was just talking about it, that the White Hats are possibly working with good extraterrestrial entities that are at war with the Draco, and that is what is going on right now. It's not just about a stolen election and trust the plan. It goes galactic. Is this what Pale meant? She said it's going to be biblical? Because most people will refer to them as fallen angels from the Bible, I guess, if you're religious. But there's definitely some wars going on with some entities. That's what I'm saying. So the Draco plagiarized Egypt. That's why I said the pyramids on the back of the $1 bill. Why the Masons mocked. I showed you the Egyptian room in that one live stream at the Masonic Temple. And of course, we have this movie, Stargate, in which they show our theory that there was a Stargate built at the Great Pyramid that the Atlanteans and Thoth escaped in, and they blew it up. That's what knocked the casing stones off the pyramids in Egypt. It's what turned it into a desert. There's green glass in the Egyptian desert they can't explain. It only comes from a nuclear or thermal explosion. The land of Kem was a tropical jungle. Most deserts, it's theorized, are not natural to Earth. They're remnants of ancient Vemno wars talked about in the Hindu pantheon. I'm going to make videos about that. Yes, deserts may actually be ancient nuclear wars that happen. Probably weapons more powerful than we have today, but basically turned the fucking place into a desert. That's what happened. Yeah. So yeah. I don't need to play the whole thing, but you get the idea. This is Ra, Destroying Ra, 1994, Stargate. So you can see that right there. I saw this in the movies in 1994. I was 15 years old then. Blew my mind. I think I fell in love with so of course, Ra in this movie is depicted as an alien tall Zeta Reticulan. Alien tall, alien white. I find that quite interesting. That's why I wanted to play that. They're supposedly in line with the Draco. So, more mystosynchronism. I make a lot of videos about symbolism in movies. That one's quite interesting. So, read some comments here. Welcome everyone that just showed up. More cat fights. Alright, yeah, Dougal's over there taking a nap. It's tough. Live streaming cats, that's fun. Maybe I'll get Dougal on video too. 2 cats in 1 live stream. How's that sound? We are talking about sphinxes and lions today. It's pretty cool, huh? So I'm going through the comments here. Oh, I left a comment on here. I don't know. Is it still on here? Might not. I left it on when I set the stream up. Why I called this video Enigma. Does anyone know where the word Enigma comes from and what it means? It's a Greek word. I'll give you a clue. It means somebody who speaks in riddles. And this ties in with the riddle of the Sphinx. And what I think this is the Greeks and the Romans plagiarized a lot of things they couldn't explain because they are the Draconians. That's Rome. The Imperial Eagle. That's who we're at war with. We're at war. If what is going on in current events is true, we are at war with Rome. Is this why Trump said he wanted to buy Greenland? And there's a mud fossil thing about Greenland that I just realized. A mud fossil Gaia or Leo Medic in the chat right now. Mud fossil Gaia just made a video about the origins of the Indian name of Turtle Island of the United States. That's because the entire coast, the entire North American continent is a turtle. This goes back to Hindu mythology about the 4 turtles on the back of the cosmic turtle. The head of the turtle is Greenland. Going back to Roger at Mud Fossil University, you can find massive gold and silver deposits in certain parts of mud fossils because of the gold in the blood, and what I'm saying is under that ice shelf in Greenland, it might even be more stranger. That might be a huge vein of gold, and that's why Rome moved their imperial headquarters there. Think about that one. If America is a giant turtle, anyone know what the largest cave system in North America is? It's Mammoth Cave in Kentucky. And look on a map where Kentucky is. And if it was a turtle, that would be the intestinal bowels. The largest cave system in North America could possibly be the fossilized bowels of a turtle. Yeah, it gets fucking strange, huh? I'm going to make a video about the Turtle Island. I was asking if Mud Fossil Gaia was in here because she wanted to do a video with me. So if you watch the video after I stream it or you're in here, I don't see Leo Medic or Mud Fossil Gaia in here. If you are, I'll make a video about it or I'll do a stream with her because there's some more I can add to that video she made. And the possibility of now it's making sense of why Rome would have moved to Greenland. If you look at Greenland, this is an Indian legend too. All the mountain ranges in North America are, they're the backs. It's the back of a turtle. The Colorado Mountains, the Allegheny Mountains. It's interesting. This is Native American Indian legend about Turtle Island. That's what the United States was called. And Europe, or I think it's the other continent, Europe is a giant elephant. It gets crazy. And North America is a giant turtle that's carrying the head of an elephant. That's what South America is. It's the head of. It's crazy. So every continent on the planet is supposedly a mud fossil. This goes in with the bigger mud fossil theory of Mother Earth being a living creature. That's what Roger believes, and basically animals throughout the universe somehow are recycled and. Look, we have, as humans, we have smaller organisms living inside of us already, right? Good parasite, good bacteria in your colon. So the idea of smaller creatures living inside or on larger creatures isn't really unheard of. We have millions of them in the human body. I was good at biology in school. I'm not going to get into detail about it, but grosses some people out. But yeah, it's the truth, though. Bacteria is living organisms in your body, whether it's good or bad bacteria, it's still living. But there are parasitic entities, right, that can go into your body, and that's what I believe basically the Alpha Draconians are, a parasitic entity to Mother Earth. Now it's starting to make sense now, isn't it? Because Mother Earth has been out of balance ever since Babylon took over. They're killing Mother Earth. Now they're killing us. So it makes a lot of sense. So anyway, I said I'm going to be doing some reading here. So the Sphinx in Greek mythology, and the point I wanted to make, the Sphinx say that this creature was living at one time, and it would stop travelers in the desert and ask them the infamous riddle: what walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night? And if you didn't answer it correctly, you got cursed and you died. If you did answer it correctly, well, one person does, and the Sphinx supposedly commits suicide in Greek mythology. Is this a metaphor for what they found out in the desert that they couldn't explain? That's why they call it the riddle of the Sphinx. And did the Greeks try to recarve it? Maybe. The Greeks were very good with stonework, so were the Romans. Romans were known to tear down temples or redesign them if they didn't like them. I uploaded a video to my channel recently that Britannia, the TV show I watched, the one when the Roman general walks on Britannia after in 49 AD, and he yells out, "Behold, gods of Britannia, I am Rome, and where I walk is Rome." He's basically telling the Britons that your gods are done. You now rule. You now worship Roman gods. Yeah, and we still do. Look, the Roman symbolism is all throughout our Christianity. I've made numerous videos about that. And our Bible's translated from Greek. They plagiarized a lot of things. Plato plagiarized Atlantis, of all things. Because it wasn't correct, his account of Atlantis. So they've been mocking things since the time of Babylon. They're doing it today. Look how they mock Trump supporters. Look how they mock mainstream science. And there's no reason for me to talk about that in the street and about the Sphinx, but I think you know where I'm going at with science, wink wink, right? Face mask, and yeah, come on. So yeah, they've been doing it a long time. They've been controlling the narrative, and that's what I think happened out here. Everything from ancient Atlantis, I think, has been plagiarized and covered up. So according to the Greek, people want to read along to this. Hold on. Let me increase the text size here. The Sphinx in Greek mythology. Today, the Sphinx is a creature most closely associated with Egypt, where it stands. Oh, I can't read it. Sorry. All right, that's better. Cut off some of the text. Is mostly associated with Egypt, for there stands a giant Sphinx guarding the entrance to the Giza Plateau, and at other temple complexes, avenues of the creature lie in waiting. Ancient Greece, though, also had its Sphinx, a single monstrous creature that terrorized the Greek city of Thebes. The Greek Sphinx. The Greek Sphinx was said to be by Hesiod to be the offspring of Orthros, the 2-headed monstrous dog, and the Chimera, fire-breathing monsters. More commonly, though, the Sphinx was said to be the daughter of Typhon and Echidna, and this parentage would make the Sphinx sibling to the likes of Nemean lion, the Chimera-laden Cerberus. I made a video about Cerberus. That's the hellhound. When I did the video about dog people. And the Linnæan Hydra. My Greek is not too good, just bear with me. Some ancient sources even designed to give the Sphinx a name, Sphinx, although the word Sphinx is normally thought to originate from Greek to squeeze. Descriptions of the Sphinx. The Sphinx in Greek mythology was said to be a female monster with the head of a woman, a lion's body, the wings of an eagle, and possibly a serpent's tail. The serpent's tail is missing, the wings are missing, the head has been recarved to look like a man, which is something Romans and Greeks would have done because women were looked down to by the Greeks and Romans. So that's my theory, or it wasn't recarved by the Greeks, and this is a modern Masonic cover-up, going back probably to like the 17 or 1800s when Napoleon visited. Napoleon shot the nose off the Sphinx. You heard Roger say it. It was believed that the Sphinx would whisper secrets into people's ears in the desert. This is when the Sphinx was buried. Again, this is the time Napoleon visited the Sphinx. So that's some things to think about. That's why I said there's definitely, I think it's been recarved, and it's out of proportion. The imagery, of course, differs from the Egyptian Sphinx, which is normally simply that of a lion's body and the head of a man. The two Sphinxes also differed in temperament. From whilst the Egyptian Sphinx was thought to be a beneficial guardian, the Greek Sphinx had a murderous intent. The Sphinx comes to Thebes. Initially, the Sphinx was said to reside somewhere in Ethiopia, the unknown region of Africa, but was then summoned by a deity for Boeotia. Oh, Greek word. Yeah, you try to pronounce it. This is why, yeah, Greek is tough. How do you have three vowels in a row? O-E-O. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to pronounce. How do you pronounce that? Is it Boeotia? Probably not. It was required to bring disruption to the city of Thebes. Ancient writers were not exactly clear about who did the summoning, but commonly Hera or Ares was blamed. Hera was said to be angry with the city of Thebes and its residents following the rape and abduction of Chrysippus. Alternatively, Ares sought to punish Thebes for the previous actions of its founder, Camus, in the killing the dragon of Ares. Having been summoned to Thebes, the Sphinx would reside in a cave upon Mount Ficum and would observe all those who passed by, as well as occasional ravaging of the land surrounding Thebes. Oedipus and the riddle of the Sphinx. So this is where the root of the word enigma comes from again. It's to speak in riddles. Those who passed near the Sphinx would be asked a riddle by the monster, the riddle of the Sphinx being, what animal is that which in the morning goes on 4 feet, at noon on 2, and in the evening upon 3? I should get that on a t-shirt, huh? Stop people randomly on the street, see if they could solve it. Those who could not solve the riddle, which was everyone, was killed by the Sphinx. Now, who couldn't? Well, it actually is tough to solve if you never. People do get a little confused, right? By the 3 legs in the evening. Yeah, it's walking with a cane, obviously, right? Many Thebians perished by the beast, including Haemon, the son Creon of Thebes, and following the loss of his son, the king proclaimed that the person who rid the land of the Sphinx would be presented with the throne. The hero Oedipus took up the challenge and deliberately went to Mount Ficum to encounter the Sphinx. The Sphinx, of course, asked the riddle of Oedipus, and the young man answered, man. A man in childhood would move on hands and knees 4 feet, during adulthood would walk on 2 feet, and in old age make use of a cane or a staff as a 3rd foot. Now, I find something interesting just with the riddle from the Greeks, and that's walking on 4 feet, because this creature had 4 legs. So, as soon as Oedipus correctly solved her riddle, the Sphinx threw herself off the mountainside and was dashed on the mountainous slope, thus ended the life of the Sphinx. Or so they say. And this is a mainstream account. This is like what I guess they would teach in college, high school. I'm at Greek Legends and Myths. You can't get any more mainstream Mickey Mouse than this. And that's just the basic legend of the Sphinx, which is all I really wanted to cover there. Now, take a look at this first too. This is from the Sun. It's a short video about the whole.
And the fascination with the Sphinx shows no sign of letting up. Archaeologists are investigating under the statue because there are tantalizing clues that the Sphinx sits right on top of an ancient network of chambers and tunnels. Usually hidden from view, a deep hole near the Sphinx's tail is thought to be connected with a large chamber beyond. And there's actually another smaller one right at the front underneath the paws. The truth is, we have absolutely no idea what these were used for, but it's a mystery that researchers are currently trying to solve. And some are hopeful that these hidden tunnels may lead us to new, undiscovered treasures. The Sphinx deserves to be on our countdown of top 10 treasures because it has such an incredible life story.
Yeah, and you're not allowed near the Sphinx anymore. I don't know how. This must have been filmed before they.
Fascination with the Sphinx.
They've recently closed off the Giza Plateau. You can't go inside the Great Pyramid. Well, the Great Pyramid's been closed for years. You can't get the. Now, this 4K video I'm going to show you is the closest.
Captured
you, hold on, let me get off. I just want to put these links into the chat. I always do that. This is the art. Oh, and I'll put that link to the article I just read too. This is a good website for Greek mythology. I go here a lot. It's mainstream, but it's good. So, what do you guys think? Now we're gonna watch this video from Pro Walk Tours. The one I asked for. The one. Hopefully, I don't know. Can I stream in 4K? If I can, I don't think my workstation would fail me. No, it can handle it. It should be able to. I got one. I don't have a gaming video card. I've got a workstation. I got a NVIDIA Quadro. It's cool. Heads up, we've detected copyright audio and video in your stream. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. What did I play? What the? I just got a warning from YouTube. Check this out. Can you see my desktop? Yeah, you can. Is my stream frozen? Can't get into the links. Check this out. I just got this warning from YouTube. Heads up, we've detected copyright audio and video in your stream. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. They can't do that. You got to give me fucking time to file a copyright, you idiots. You can't instantly block a stream on copyright when the copyrighted video I played was Stargate, the movie. That was movie clips. That's movie clips. They're assholes. They subcontract out bots to go around YouTube all day and just find copyright material, and this is what I do when I file copyrights and I win them because they are being used in fair use, unmonetized. You guys want me to teach you how to file copyrights one day? I'm good at it. Yeah, I saw that on the stream and I'm like, come on YouTube, stop. All right. They said they was going to. When I saw that my stream was going to stop, I'm like, what? Can you at least wait till I'm done before I file a copyright? Jesus. Oh, but they don't like responding to customer support too quickly, do they? Because I sent them my appeal when I woke up in the morning over a pot of coffee. I wrote that appeal out. Yeah, so it's been about 12 hours now. Well, my channel's still up because I was expecting maybe a YouTube staff, they might get triggered. I might be bye-bye Ken. How dare you ask for monetization and channel memberships again? Those super chats for you. I told them in the thing, I said, look, my subs are still going to donate to me. Do you want your 30% or what? Because they could just give it to me in PayPal and I get 100% of it. Or are you going to tell me that I could pay 30% to Google and have super chat? So choice is up to them. So yeah, that's on the better news here. But let's watch this video. There's a little bit of music in the beginning of it. I was watching it earlier. Now here's the good thing. Turn this down. I don't the reason I'm turning the audio down, they don't really talk in the video. Yeah, he puts text in here, which is why this video was perfect for me, because I could talk to you during it, and that was the intent here. So the video is about 20 minutes long. This channel is amazing, and look, I am streaming in 4K and no buffers. Wow, Kenny's got himself one heck of a workstation here, huh? Streaming, no buffers on a 4K video. That's awesome. So yeah, this is the Giza Plateau in 4K. Enjoy. But take in mind everything that Roger was talking about. So you know what to look for when they go up, you know. But now I don't. This was filmed in 2019. I don't think after the pandemic you can even go to like Giza right now. It's still dangerous to travel there. I always wanted to go to Egypt, but I think it's better to go in group trips, and they run tons of group trips. There's been conspiracy researchers back in the day that used to do all that stuff. I think Jordan Maxwell went on a group trip with a bunch of conspiracy theorists there. So you can read, yeah, it doesn't really do any talk. You know, this ain't a bad YouTube channel. This guy's got the life. He travels the world and films everything in 4K video with a GoPro. Man, so I sub to channels like this because I get to see places I can't afford to go vacation to in 4K. Yeah, Susan Donahue, it's looking more like tech companies have gone to near zero real staff, all AI. It is. It is. Which is why I figured out not to be emotional in appeals with YouTube. Just use straight, it's words and terms that you use in the appeals, because it is just a bot. My copyrights are so simple. You ever hear the expression KISS? Keep it simple, stupid. My copyright appeals are the shortest, and I win all of them. I know it's a bot reading them. It's basically the keywords are unmonetized, being used in fair use, and unmonetized. Now, if my videos are monetized, you could still file copyright. You could do copyright sharing. I've done it with videos before. Even if they can allow you to still have your video and run ads on it. They'll do ad share with you. I've done that. I've done ad splits with copyright holders before on music, and it's crazy. It's all about money with them. So that's why when I appealed for this video, I told the content creator I don't monetize my videos. I don't. So this is gated off, but you're gonna see they're gonna go up to like a thing where you're allowed to circle around. You're like now this. Oh, you want to be honest? This gate here really pisses me off, because I think a monument like this for human civilization should be accessible to everybody. I don't mean digging it up. I mean you should be able to at least go touch it, right? Who are they to close off the pyramids of Giza and say no tourists are allowed? Really, and especially because I know who built them. Thoth, the Atlantean. You're not even giving us the truth on who built them, and you close them off to the public. What gives them the right to do that? Reopen the pyramids. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Yeah, you can't go inside the Great Pyramid anymore. I think people were starting to figure out it's not what they were telling them. It wasn't for grain storage. It wasn't built by 20,000 Jews out in the desert. And who built the Great Pyramid and then made this monstrosity of what they call a Sphinx? Because the Sphinx looks jacked up when you look at it. It looks like it's been shaved down and recarved. So this is the Valley Temple as part of Khafre's funeral. Khafre is dynastic Egypt. That would be the... I got one little buffer there, but that just might be YouTube on the video. If I have to... No, it's been streaming pretty good in full 4K. But regardless of what what the video plays at. My stream is only going to stream out at 60 frame rates at 1080p because that's what I'm streaming on YouTube. But still, it should look pretty good, the video. So this is cool. This is like we're taking a free vacation to Giza right now. How's that? How you like that? We're taking a class trip to the Giza Plateau. So let me. I'll be reading comments. I'm gonna go check on the cats, but I will put this up the full video. If I do, don't worry, I won't go to the camera. I messed up there. I need a producer to help me out on my streams. I got to teach you how to use OBS and tell me when stuff ain't working. So this, yeah, this is definitely not built by Thoth or anything. This is all dynastic Egypt, newer dynastic Egypt, probably built by the Greeks with the help of the Egyptians. This is Aswan red granite. Yeah, this is dynastic Egypt building. Aswan red granite is what the temples in dynastic Egypt are mainly built out of, especially the temple at Hathor. I've done a video on the temple there. That's the temple with the snake people on the wall. The temple of Hathor. That's. I'll do some more videos on Egypt coming up. Is it buffering? Hold on. Is my stream buffering? Or is the video? The video I'm watching isn't buffering on my workstation. That's what I'm saying. If it's not buffering on me, it's not going to buffer in the stream. It's not buffering. I'm looking at the stream. It says excellent connection. Oh, wait, so you can walk up to it now. I thought it was... Oh, well. I didn't think you can get that close to it anymore. There is a crowd down there in front of the paws. So, you see these paws? They're recarved. That's new. They're not the original paws. You could tell when he gets... And remember, the original Sphinx, the Greek one I showed you, has a head of a woman. It should have a head of a woman. And it should have breasts. So I believe they took the breasts off, recarved it, and if it was a living creature like Roger said at one time, where did this thing come from? And if it was alive in the times of Atlantis, is it some type of creature that the Atlanteans brought with them? I don't know. I mean, we definitely know there's giants, titans, strange creatures. Roger's whole channel covers that. Shit that people can't explain. We have a mud fossil in the Antarctic. I'm going to make a video about that. Has anyone ever seen the blood that's flowing out of the ice in the Antarctic, and it's red? It's blood, and they're telling people it's something else. It's a giant that's stuck in the ice in Antarctica, and it's bleeding out red into the sea. I'm going to make a video about that. And the mainstream media is telling people it's some type of mineral that's causing what appears to be blood coming out of the ice in the Antarctic. Just said they can't cover this shit up for too long. They're trying to, right? But you could definitely tell this thing's it's been recarved. It's not the right proportions for a lion. The back's too straight. The tail that's on there now looks like it's new construction. It's not the original. It don't look like the original tail or the original paws in the front here. These paws, no. So it looks like, yeah, 1817 was the first excavation. Yeah, that was around the time of Napoleon. That would have been Napoleon who fucking found it. The Illuminati shill Napoleon. Of course he was a fucking Illuminati. Yeah. We're supposed to take Napoleon's account when he found this in 1817. This would have been known about by the native Egyptians for a long time, so I don't know who they think they're hiding it from, but there is a priest class in Egypt that keeps ancient Egyptian or oral history, and it's passed down orally, generation to generation. The real stories of ancient Egypt, the ones that talk about these entities that we're talking about now and stuff, and really what was going on back then. Yeah, so the tail, you could tell, is brick. That's newer construction. The question is, who did the newer construction and changed it? Was it the Greeks when they found it? Or did they bury it? Did the Greeks bury it up to its head, recarve the head, and then in 1817 it was redug up and changed then? We don't know. So, yeah, they got this Kaplan on there, like they're fixing it. They're probably covering up the spots where you can obviously see there's like a liver hanging out the side. If it was a real creature, like Roger said, right, that would be all the organs they're trying to cover up with the bricks. Yeah, you see how disproportionate the head is to the body? No way. No fucking way. Not from the people who built the Great Pyramid. I wouldn't expect that kind of mistake. Okay? And there are no hieroglyphs in the Great Pyramid. Thoth and the Atlanteans did not build monuments like the Illuminati. They were not into idolic worship. So they would have not just... Now, Thoth, I'm going to show you after the video in the Emerald Tablets, does talk about the Sphinx. He says he put it there, and that there's a spaceship below it. And if there is a spaceship below it, is it the ones that the original Atlanteans came in and then they flee in a Stargate? I don't know. Who wants to dig up under the Sphinx? See if we can escape this planet. Sounds like a plan, right? Any chance you'll re-upload your lecture on orgonite and alcohol? I didn't do a video on orgonite and alcohol. Oh, the one I did. Are you talking about the one I did about the Atlantean crystal pyramids? No, because I told you the guy filed copyright on me from Bosnia, the tour group that put that video up. I don't know. So it's on my LBRY account though. I heard it was the head of Anubis. No, it was not the head of Anubis. I believe it was originally what the Greeks' account of it was that it had the head of a woman, wings. So they must have took the wings off, or I don't know what the hell happened to the wings. Were they knocked off during the explosion, or? The Egyptians don't have a name for it because dynastic Egypt has nothing to do with the Giza Plateau. That's the big mistake everyone thinks. They think of ancient Egypt and they think of the pyramids. No, they had temples in ancient Egypt, just like they had temples in Babylon. The temples of Hathor, and they're all covered in hieroglyphs and the idolatry, the pagan. Now, there are some. I'm going to do a separate video about it. It would have been too long to cover. But there's supposedly another mud fossil out in Egypt that's a statue, and you can see his rib cage. It's been exposed. It might have actually been a giant at one time. So there is some interesting things out there, but I believe they just put it up as a statue and try to cover it up. Like nothing to see here. You know what? I am getting a few buff. I'm not going to change it from HD. I'm just going to drop the HD down to like 1440. That should be good because it was just buffering a little bit. It's not going to change the quality on what's streaming on YouTube because my stream's only going to stream in 1080, 60 frames a second, But 4K video is awesome. I wasn't able to watch 4K videos on my old computer. My video card went. I couldn't watch 4K video. It sucked. These are videos I watch at home. This is what I watch on YouTube all day. You might think I'm around at reptilian channels all day. No. I watch documentaries. I listen to radio podcasts from other creators, a few of them. And videos like this. I love vlogs, like travel videos. This is what I watch all day. Especially in 4K. Awesome. Because my broke ass can't afford to go to Egypt right now and film the Sphinx, so. I need a laptop. Laptops are more expensive than desktops in most cases. And if you ever get a laptop, cover your camera up with a piece of tape. Rule number 1 when you get a laptop. My cameras, when I'm not streaming, my camera is not hooked up. Because I don't need the deep state spying on my cats, right? So this is okay. This is the causeway. I think. Yeah. Okay. Do we? Oh, okay. The video is 22 minutes and 58. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to go check on the cats. I got 5 minutes. I'm going to go up to the full video. Oh wait. No. I mean. Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna just read the chat here. There's only a few more minutes on this video. Then I'm gonna read you those few lines from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I've done an analysis on every single one of those tablets. It's on my channel. It's like 16 hours of content alone. The full reading of the Emerald Tablets and my analysis of each one. They're all individual videos. So yeah, a lot of this is all newer dynastic Egypt stuff. It's not part of the original Giza Plateau. And it's theorized there was a fourth pyramid. There's also, I gotta look into it more. I don't think it is. It could be. There's supposedly a Mandela effect on the Giza Plateau, and at one time it was filmed in the early 1800s when Napoleon went there with 4 pyramids, and now there's mysteriously only 3. They say it was a Mandela effect. Is it? It could be. There's some strange shit with Mandela effects. I've done a video on Mandela effect monuments. The Christ Redeemer statue, the Great Wall of India now. There is supposedly a huge mud fossil in the ocean. That is the giant dragon in the Viking pantheon that squeezes the world. I forget its name. The giant serpent that the Vikings believed in was part of Ragnarok. And it's coiled all around. There's supposedly this underground, like, mysterious wall that coils all around the planet underwater. It's been hidden up. Crazy stuff, and a lot of it's being covered up by the government. A lot of these mud fossils, I should say. They still don't give us any good explanations on the pyramids. People have tried to duplicate them. They can't replicate them. The Illuminati and the Draconians, they cannot replicate the pyramids. They were built by the Atlanteans, and they know it. Their temples, they look cool, but the Roman, nobody's been able to duplicate these pyramids, period. So, these are not the same. The Atlanteans, dynastic Egypt is built, like I said, by the... A lot of dynastic Egypt was actually built by the Greeks. It was not even Egyptian. Yeah, I've done videos about the Greeks. They had a real big influence in Egypt. This is why I wanted to go over the ancient Greek mythology of the Sphinx. So yeah, let me just get back to the part on the video. Talking here. So hopefully they allow me to use this in fair use and they don't file copyright on me. But that's why I left in the comment. Pull the chat up here. My streams have been running longer and longer. Getting better, don't worry. So I'll give you this video link too. It's a cool YouTube channel. If you want to go take a vacation anywhere around the world, they probably got it in 4K HD video on here. This is Ghetto Vacations, right? Nah, I'm just kidding. Actually, the videos are cool. They got a lot on here. Italy, Rome, Italy, Sicily, Naples, Qatar. Wow, all around the Mediterranean. That's freaking awesome. Get the chat up. So what do you guys think of the mud fossil theory of the Sphinx? And then I'll read what Thoth thinks of it, and I'll probably be ending the stream. Thanks for everyone that showed up. I was gonna say that I was gonna read off the Lizard Club members. I keep saying that. It's just a habit. Don't worry. What they say, it takes 22 days to break a habit, right? I forgot they took my Lizard Club away. I looked it up too. They approved my channel memberships November 9th, and what is it? It's not even the end of January, and they took it 2 months. What the? Come on, man. It's like someone comes in office, every YouTuber gets demonetized, and everyone loses their job. Come on, man. Right? No. Oh, Jumangundar. That's his name, John Jeff. Jumangundar. Supposedly someone found Jumangundar. It's this mysterious wall that's in the oceans wrapped all around the planet, and they can't explain it. I joked about it, and I called it the Great Wall of Atlantis before. I said Jumangundar. But here's the problem with Jumangundar. I heard that Google's been scrapping a lot of their pics. Well, it's Google. What do you expect, right? And a lot of the pictures that were showing up of the shallow parts of the ocean that showed it supposedly went missing. There's also that pic that Google took of one of the ninja in the Antarctic. That's the huge creature that lives down there. That was filmed on Google. So, and again, I want to show you what the Greeks account. Oh, well, it's still going to look Greek, regardless. The Greeks always got you can tell when something's Greek just by the style. But it was definitely female. The Greeks would not have changed. I don't see why they would have changed it from being female to male. And secondly, it did not have the Egyptian headdress because it's from dynastic Egypt. That's how I know it was recarved. They probably took the woman's hair off of it. And the wings. Supposedly they're gone. So in the Emerald Tablets, this is Tablet 5. I'll give you a link to this. Hold on. This is the Dweller of Yunal. And here, I'll just read this one part here. This is, raised I to light the children of Kem. Kem is ancient Egypt. Deep neath the rocks I buried my spaceship, waiting the time when man might be free. Over the spaceship erected a marker in the form of a lion, yet like unto man. There neath the image rests my spaceship, forth to be brought when the need shall arise. Know ye, O man, that far in the future invaders shall come from out of the deep. Wow, Thoth's being a little prophetic right there. Invaders shall come from out the deep in the future? Then awake, ye who have wisdom, bring forth my ship and conquer with ease. Deep neath the image lies my secret. Search and find in the pyramid I built. Wow. So is that what we need to defeat the Illuminati? We gotta dig the spaceship up? Who's down for a road trip? We gotta buy some shovels. I'll start a GoFundMe. We're gonna take a trip to Chem. Nah, they wouldn't let us do that, would they? Would they let us dig beneath the Sphinx and get Thoth's spaceship? That would be fun. And this is from Thoth the Atlantean. So whose account do you believe? The Greeks or Thoth's? Mainstream media? The globalist-controlled Egyptian Antiquities Commission? I'm not going to say that guy's name. He's an embarrassment to real archaeologists. The gatekeeper of Egypt. That's what his nickname is. House of Ari, whatever his name. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, all the stuff they've been telling you has been bullshit about ancient Egypt. That's the point I'm making. So anyway, I actually had some Google pics. Yeah, Google. No, I wasn't saying Dougal. Here, you want to see Dougal? I'll show you Dougal before I end the stream. He just woke up. Come here, buddy. Yeah, he's my little buddy now, man. He's paranoid now. You're a YouTube star now, man. You're moving on up. He ate New York strip steak last week. He ate salmon the other week. He's not freezing to death. It's only 10 degrees right now in Philly with the wind chill. And he's in a warm, comfy house, and he's eating good. Yeah, look at him. He's got big green eyes, yeah. That's the only way you see him at night, when he opens his eyes. Otherwise, I gotta watch. I almost stepped on him. He almost tripped me down the steps. I almost had a... If you don't hear from me for a while, I might be in the hospital because I tripped over Dougal and fell down the steps. I'm not joking. You cannot see him, even in daylight, even when the sun's out. He's black, like jet black. I'm going to have to put a glow stick on his neck at night or something. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for everyone who showed up. Yeah, I'm reading the chat over here. I'm going to be ending the stream. So what do you think? So that's pretty much all I can cover about the Sphinx. I might stream tomorrow night, but if I do, it's just going to be... Tomorrow's Friday night, right? Yeah. Yeah. That might be one of them unplanned streams, if you know what I mean. We'll have some fun. Tomorrow, it's Friday. I always stream on Saturday, obviously, but I need to get over to DLive and Twitch. I've been a little behind, I know. I'm gonna play some video games over there. Why not? I play video games all the time. We got some game fuel here. Just picked this up today. This is beautiful. This stuff right here. This is an indica hybrid strain. Look at the buds. Wow. This stuff's like 29% THC. Look at that. Come hang out with Kenny. We got... Oh, someone asked me. They wanted... When I left the room for a second, I grabbed something. They wanted to see what a real Philly cheesesteak looked like. I told them I had one. Have you ever seen... This is a pepperoni pizza steak. Someone in Jersey, one of my subs, wants me to FedEx them one. I told him I will. And I'll teach you how to reheat them. I've sent steaks to people out of state, family members that moved out of Philly. And soft pretzels. Yeah, we got soft pretzels in Philly. They're the shit. So, yeah, well, we're watching some movies tonight. I'm like, shit, I might download Stargate. I feel like watching Stargate. I want to rewatch the TV series, definitely. And it goes into everything I was talking about with the ancient wars, especially with the Goa'uld, who were the reptilians in Stargate, obviously. And the TV show has Thoth of the Asgard Command, which is Asgard, another Viking word right there. Pretty Asgard is from the Viking pantheon. So, oh, it was Thor in Stargate. I'm sorry, it was Thor, the alien gray, not Thoth. It was Thor from the Asgard Command. That's right. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in Stargate, and the theory is that the Stargate got blown up. That's where the desert came from. It's what probably I don't know, originally knocked the wings off the Sphinx. It just probably messed it up a little bit, and then the Greeks find it, call it a monster, and then they write this story about it being alive. I don't know, or maybe the Greeks are right. Maybe this thing was alive at one time and flying out in the desert, asking people riddles. First of all, if I seen this thing the size of this, the head of a woman that big with eagle's wings, I think I crapped myself before I even attempted to answer a riddle first, right? Can you imagine this thing swooping down on you in the middle of asking you a question to solve a riddle? Yeah, it's probably why most men died if they tried to solve a riddle. They were scared to death. Yeah. You know what a lion is capable. A typical male lion is 450 pounds. You're looking at a lion right there that probably weighs 400,000 pounds. That's a big lion. Those are big paws. Yeah, I'm not messing with it. So that's the mysteries and enigma of the Sphinx. Thanks. No super chats to check on, obviously. But thanks for everyone who has been supporting the channel. If you can help out, all the links are in the description. Thanks to the new Patreons too. I appeal channel memberships. We'll see what happens. Hey, and it is YouTube. If follow me on LBRY, because you never know, I might have to go to Kinninigan 4.0. People are not in the best mood right now, especially the people in social media. That's all I'm gonna say. I think you just get the idea. I got Trump videos on my channel. I could be labeled domestic terrorist tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So if I disappear, I have to start Kinninigan 4.0. Don't worry, all my videos, including this live stream, will be backed up on library, so don't worry. I'm not going to lose my videos again. So, but until I hear back from YouTube, I can't even read the channel memberships anymore. I remember some of them, but I'm not going to read them all. Any other comments on here? Can you come shill with me? Who am I shilling for? Oh yeah, I'm a shill. I shill for Atlantis. I work for the Brotherhood of Atlantis, a secret plan to bring Thoth back into power and rid the planet of the Illuminati. Yeah, that's who I work for, right? BOA, the Brotherhood of Atlantis. Sons of Atlantis. We'll go with that one, so it don't sound like a snake. SOA. Or, no, wait, I can't use that. Sons of Anarchy. You'll think I'm... Sons of Atlantis. YouTube and all big tech companies and media lost feeding. They can lost feed all the... I'm done giving them my lost. I ain't sticking my lost inside them anymore. I used to be mean. I used to get drunk and try to hit up YouTube support. That didn't work out too well. So I just speak to them in pure business replies now, commerce terms, when I reply for an appeal. I don't make it emotional anymore. Emotional don't get you anywhere with an AI bot anyway, which I think reads the... Okay. So, then you did miss it, Truth Cowgirl. Sorry. And I put the stream up to 8 o'clock for the people on the West Coast. I wanted to see if it worked out better. Do you guys like be streaming at 7 or like I normally do, or is 8 better? Let me know, guys, and leave a comment even after I post the video, because I'm adaptable. If it were up to me, I'd wake up in the morning and stream over a pot of coffee, but that's not the best time for a lot of people. If I woke up at 7 in the morning and it's 3 o'clock out in California, all my West Coast subs would be pissed, right? I can't ever catch this guy live, man. He's always streaming in the middle of the night. So, yeah. I could, you know what, maybe like on Friday and Saturdays, I'll move it up to 8 anyway. Or, I don't know. Whenever I feel 8 is better. Cool. Alright. I go back and I read the chat still after I post the videos, so don't worry. So, yeah. A lot of people are saying 8. 8, 8. No, yeah, it's fine with me. Okay. Well, anyway, thanks for everyone that showed up. I love all you guys. Any questions or comments, leave them below. It's always